5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Highway of the Hidden, where the forgotten roads of history still breathe, and the night hides more than shadows. Here, the restless dead whisper in the dark, cryptids stalk the tree line, and conspiracies linger just out of sight. Every mile takes us deeper into the unknown, and every story carries a chill. So buckle up and join me as we take a ride down the highway.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Highway of the Hidden. I'm your host, Polar Bear, and on tonight's episode, we got a special guest, Miss Teresa. How you doing tonight?
I'm great. Now,
right? And that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. So we're gonna get into some ghost stories and stuff that you've investigated and took pictures of and things like that. So why don't you tell us about yourself, how you got started and everything like that?
Well, I'm not too sure if you realize this, but I'm 56 years old.
Don't look a day over 20.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm 56 years, I've lived on this earth, something to be proud of anyway. So I'm not one of those people that's worried about, age and stuff. But you know what? I've known since I was a little girl. And I'm come from a generation where you don't talk about it. And, I knew things happened. I've kind of blocked them all out, not on purpose, but it's just, it's all coming back to me, put it that way. About, we'll say 3 years ago, I started to just little things. I don't believe in coincidences, but, when little things start to happen and then it just kind of comes full circle. So I believe in spirit because I believe they talk to me, like, you have spirit guides and guardian angels and, loved ones that passed on. I believe all of that. So I was a believer right in the very beginning. But the thing is, it's nice to have that concrete evidence to back it up. And you say something to anybody, they're not going to believe you.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not because they don't want to. It's just because there's a fear around it. And I go into somewhere like, okay, well, the first place I investigated was St. Augustine, and St. Augustine was the old jail. Oh, yeah.
We'll have to get into that one.
But, I went with my daughter, and she kind of started to bring me into it. She showed me some of the stuff on YouTube. I wasn't really enthusiastic about the yelling and the screaming and the whole, but I was like, always sat there and goes like, shut up, stop screaming. I'm trying to hear what you're hearing. You know what I mean? They're not listening to me. I'm on the screen, but it's like yelling at a football game. Anyway, just all of that. And then I got into these spirit numbers for some reason. I don't even know how I did. It just started showing up that I was on the right path. I'm a professional photographer. Mm-hmm. I have been a nurse PSW in my life. So just that knowing, I always knew when someone was like in trouble or kind of what they needed, or, you ever have those feelings, when you just know something and it's like, you want to be adamant about it and someone's not taking you seriously, just anything. Like a storm was coming and I'm telling my family, we got to go and we got to go now. And they're like, we got lots of time. I go, no. So I have to turn around and be the big B.
All right.
Now we are leaving right this minute. The bag's in the car. Let's go. And I said, you can call me whatever name you want. Let's go. And literally the storm that snowed in here in Ontario, Canada, that snowed in people for a couple of days and people couldn't get to their cars. They were snowed in. It was literally, we looked behind us in the review and it was right there. It hits my town just like a force, and that was it. But if I was adamant about that, and I just knew because the radar wasn't showing it, but I knew it was coming. They didn't want to believe me. They wanted to believe the weather forecast, and I'm, better at the weatherman. It's like pressure. Have you ever been into a place where you've got like an instant headache?
Yes. I've been in some places like that where you know that something's there, or something's trying to talk to you, kind of thing.
Yeah, but is it like it's like a pressure headache? I think they call it like EDI. Like there's a machine. It's not EMF. It's like a pressure gadget.
It's like a ghost hunting tool kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like literally it just measures the pressure in the room. And every single time I get that pressure, and it's because it's heavy, and it's barometric pressure too, I'm affected by that. So that's how I figured that out, because when there's a really big shift in the weather pressure, I always end up with some sort of a headache.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
What was the jail you were just talking about? What was that?
The old jail in St. Augustine. So it's hang on.
Okay.
I wrote stuff down because like I wanted to make sure I got it right. So we went there. We went in. A whole bunch of people have been there. It was built in 1891 and it closed in 1953. It was only supposed to. They had, I think they said 72 males and 12 females. They had like, there's what you see online, but there's also what they tell you when you're there.
Right.
And they had up to 400 people.
Oh, wow.
And all they were fed was coffee and beans. Like we're standing in the kitchen part, which is just like archaic. Mm-hmm. And it's like they used to ground. They had a great big grounding wheel there. And they used to pick up the women and put them in jail just, for whatever, showing too much collarbone, like they charges. Sheriff Joe Perry resided there the entire time. He actually lived upstairs on the so if you're looking at it, it would be the right hand side, and his kids were there too.
Wow.
Yeah, just really, he was like the worst of the worst. He kind of started the chain gang, I guess. So he would take these, that's why he had so many prisoners. They would take them out and they would work on the fields and work on the railroad and then come back, eat coffee and beans, and that was it. And no plumbing, no electricity, you can imagine.
Yeah. And where is this located again?
St. Augustine,
Florida. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it sounded familiar and I wanted, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that happens down there. So you've traveled a lot investigating places?
The last couple of years I have, yes. Yeah, I have.
And that one sticks out. What are some other places that you've been to that's like, yeah, there's definitely some bad vibes here kind of deal?
Well, okay, that place, well, of course it's, because it was so, like, it was awful. I got yelled at, by the way. I was in solitary confinement, and they had like a parabolic spirit box. And he just kept yelling at me, get out. And even when I went over to the women's side, Francis, he's been there forever. He's one of the guys who does the nightly ones. He came over and he said, he's still yelling at you. He wants you out of this prison, period.
Wow.
Yeah. So I said, well, I'm not going.
He's not going to win this battle.
We came back 2 nights later and did it again. But this time I had a piece of jet. Like it's like obsidian. Mm-hmm. It's called jet rock. It's black and nothing. The difference in the 2 nights were just like night and day because it couldn't see me. It renders you invisible, apparently.
Oh, okay.
The voodoo shops.
Okay.
I was in New Orleans a year ago. So for Halloween, Bloody Mary, she has a place down there. She's it. She's the lady to go see. It was really interesting, and the vibe down there is pretty incredible. That's all I can say about that. I didn't get a lot of evidence because of so contaminated.
Right.
Contaminated. One of the other places I went, I'm saving for the last one, but was Eloise Asylum.
Where's that at?
And that's in Detroit, Michigan. And I'm about an hour away from it in Canada. We just, I'm in the city with the Twin Bridges, so we just go over and head to Detroit.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So visiting like American places isn't like a big like hassle, or you can just shoot on over and drive on down pretty quickly then. Yeah,
I mean, I'm going to the Fairfield County Infirmary, which is just past Ohio State Penn, where they filmed Shawshank. It's going to take me 5.5 hours to get there.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's not a bad drive.
So, but Eloise Asylum, again, didn't get much evidence because too many people didn't shut their mouths. And the fear factor, they run a haunted house in the one portion of this asylum, like from probably the beginning of September to the end of October for 2 months. Wow. They run this. And it's like professional haunted house. So like, I mean, the actors are the ones that bring you around, and I'm like, they're acting. You're not getting like a true investigation. Do you know who the Wraith Chasers are?
It sounds familiar. Wraith Chasers. It
The
sounds
Tennessee
familiar.
Wraith Chasers, yeah. They're if you look it up, you'll see them. They're a great group of guys. They had their own TV show and everything, but they do some investigations. Actually, they do Fairfield, Madison. There's Fairfield, Madison, Ohio State, Penn. Ohio is saturated with places. Just there's so many places. There's a haunted school there. So I'm gonna do Ohio.
Yep.
All at the same time. I went to Savannah too, and that was about 2 years ago. And the Moon Brewery, it's been on TV. It was a great place. The guys were phenomenal. Mike is still down there. He is Ghost Coast Paranormal, because they shut the brewery down last year, June, and now they're just doing the Savannah, which is one of the oldest theaters in your country.
Okay.
Yeah, it's burnt down twice.
Oh, wow. And it's rebuilt and they keep burning it down.
It's over 200 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
so there's a lot there. Kindred spirits have been there.
I know that.
And out back too, I guess there's something out back of that theater. But when I went there, I love disembodied voices. Scare me, but excite me at the same time. So, and I'll get to my latest one that I went to with the disembodied voices, but I had an EVP recorder on and I had the headphones plugged into it. So I could literally hear live, like so clear. I could hear people just take like a really gentle breath in. Like I could hear everything from far away. But there's a projection room upstairs. And I guess this fella named George, that was his life, was the projection room. That was his domain. He's a little bit crusty, curmudgeon, whatever you want to call him. But I think that's the only thing he had in his life, right? And I believe he died of a heart attack. Hopefully Micah doesn't get mad at me and I messed that up. But he doesn't, they seemed, back then they thought he might not totally understand that he was, but I walked up after everybody was already in the room and I was the last one in because I was going around and just by myself for a second. And I had this EVP thing on. So I come up, I walk through the door, and all I hear is like another one. Just leave. Get out of here, right? Like, really? How many more are behind her? But that's exactly what it sounded like. So I can't remember the girl. She came over, and what we did was we played it back, and she recorded it on her phone to avoid being accused of faking it or anything.
Right.
So that was the second EVP, but the first one was the little boy at the bottom of the stairs. Hi, and I keep telling everybody, he's saying hello, and they were talking so loud they didn't even hear me. I'm like, hello, and I'm loud. So I don't know, because it was, but I could hear him. And he was talking so excited. He's so excited. I'm like, I just want to sit here and talk to this little boy. But he perished in a fire, in the second fire, I think. Because back then they used like lanterns on the stage. And I guess one of them caught the curtain on fire. So yeah, there's a million stories. And taking a tour beforehand, doing any of those places is really cool. Unless they don't do tours, right?
Right.
You're going in cold turkey. But yeah, I love going in when people run it really well. You know what I mean? But if I can go by myself, just an investigation, I'll do that. And that's kind of where I landed here in Woodstock, Ontario. Do you know who Selena Spooky Boo is?
I do not, unfortunately.
Okay. Call me Chris. She actually is.
Oh, yes. I think I've seen her on YouTube.
Yeah, so Chris and Selena lives in Woodstock, Ontario, which is an hour and a half from me. And there's a place called Wade Manor. And the house was built in 1900s. Well, 1900, they believe before that, just because I can't find any deed. That's what the deed says. But it's just the way that the place was laid out. It had to be there beforehand. You know what I mean? So, unless we go deep dive into the his museum or the library or the city, we're not going to find a lot of answers. And we've been looking. Trust me, we've been looking. It's really hard. He's been looking because he is so knowledgeable, but he collects. It has been for 25 years. Anything occult, macabre, creepy, weird, whatever. And I mean, he's got stuff in his house from the Don Jail, like which is in Toronto. You've heard Toronto, have you not?
Yes.
Ontario. So I'm about 3 hours from Toronto.
Okay.
And so he's got the Don Jail was like one of the worst jails. And this is leading up to something.
Yeah.
And then he's got stuff like he has it all downstairs in his basement, those items. He's got a cell door from the Don Jail, a couple, I think the toilet, he said, like he actually has a toilet. Then he's actually got a toilet from the world's smallest jail. He's got stuff from the Kingston Pen, which is another really like maximum security jail, which is 4 hours from me. And he's got like monitor equipment, and then he's got stuff from bars that have burnt down, that had tragedy. He just got this freaking mummy, or not a mummy, a dummy, you know, the mannequins.
Oh, okay.
Right? And I forget what he called them, but if you go on, he does like, he takes a piece from his house and he goes over what it is and stuff like that. He's got a haunted doll, but this dummy has caused a couple of fires.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he went and got it. I'm like, why? Anyway, when I went into his house, I went by myself, and he helped me do the investigation. He went under for Estes method. It's awesome, but he's also a Freemason. So he had like the Masonic temple up in the attic, like a makeshift one, and he, you know, they're really secretive. They can talk about certain things. So, I mean, trying to figure out what you get in that place. Okay, I've been twice.
Mm-hmm.
July 20th of this year and August the 9th, like 3 weeks apart. Okay, I got to go back again. Probably I got to go back about 4 or 5 times just to try to figure out the freaking story. The first time, trying not to swear.
Yeah. Oh, you're okay. Go for it.
The first time we went into what he calls a speakeasy. So he's got stuff from the Criminal Hall of Fame. Like lots of stuff with Al Capone. He's got like that's where he keeps all his jail stuff and bar stuff and you name it. Like he's got vintage. You should see his lamps. Like they're so cool. He's got red bulbs and everything. So that's actually the creep factor. Okay, just a little bit here.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but it didn't creep me out. The first time I walked into the house, I don't like to know anything. I purposely don't like to know anything. And Chris Collins and Selena had been there in March, and they were, you know, all this creepy stuff. And there's been a few Canadian investigation teams go in and stuff like that. And, you know, I don't like using that Spirit Talker or, you know, those apps on the phone because I just can't believe them.
Right.
But that being said, if you can back it up with something you've captured on an EVP at the same time, then you're like, okay, because they can manipulate electronics. Plain and simple. I was actually doing stuff. If you see anything on this side, like the light dim or okay, just let me know because I'm not paying attention the whole time. So when I was recording for my video, I'm going to be putting out for the second part of the Wade Manor, this light in my studio brightened. Okay, it's not a dimmer switch. It's an LED, just installed. There's no power surges. There's nothing that would make that. I tried to debunk it after I went, no, nothing. There's no way that could do anything. It didn't do it once, twice, but 3 times.
Oh, wow.
9-minute video.
So now I'm going to be looking the whole time, see if I can see it.
And I think I have a girl that followed me back from Wade Manor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I was told by a medium, because I ran into one, she got a girl with you. She's 20, she's been through a lot. And that would explain and I'm going to try, see, every time I talk about her too, I'm overwhelmed with sadness and I just burst out crying. I can't blame it on menopause. It's just immediate. Like I can be walking for no reason. And all of a sudden, I just want to I'm bursting. I'm already crying. Like, not now, but like I'm crying. I'm like, what the hell? This is not me. So I told Dustin that. I said, I think you need to bring her back. I don't know if she wants to come back, but I got to find a way to help her. So that's the other aspect of what I do is, you know, I'm not a medium. I don't know a lot about this stuff. I can only go with my instincts. And then I froze. And that
there we go.
It's them. And that she doesn't want to go. but I got to help them. They got a
Right.
story to tell, and that's what I'm trying to do. So many disembodied voices in that place. Oh my God. You have no idea. The first one we got, we were downstairs in the speakeasy, and Justin almost lost his crap. Me, you saw me. I was like, did you hear that? Excited. And it was so loud. It's on my. If you go on my YouTube channel, you'll hear it. I always recommend headphones because I have my headphones on. I boost the audio, and then I crank her up so I can hear. So I'm kind of partially deaf after doing a whole video. You know what? It's worth it at the end of the day. So we heard he was talking about how horrible Don Jail was, like big bad Don Jail. Okay, so if you listen to that mentality, and then all of a sudden you hear this, like someone go, like you're talking about something, and
Yeah.
someone goes, ooh, scary Don Jail. Like the only thing is we heard the ooh, and I went, and he goes, what? And I look, I go, you heard ooh. He goes, did you say that? Because he was like, he did not. He lives there. No. Did not want that to be real. You tell him, look on his face, and I said, no, I'm repeating what I just heard. It was so loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got another one at the end of my video. This one here, we got another one. I had 2 camera views because I just set cameras up. So I just take what I can, and I'm just learning how to edit all this crap. So
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
progress. But you heard like this mumbling, and it was loud. Like you could literally hear it. When you're looking at me, I'm on the side of the room. He's laying on the chaise. We're in the Masonic Temple upstairs, which I'm not allowed to be in without him. And he's left me up there 3 or 4 times by myself. They tell me to fuck off and call me asshole sometimes.
God.
They called me a lazy cunt the first time.
Wow.
He wouldn't say it.
Golly.
He wouldn't say it. Yeah, you lazy. He said something really bad. I can't say it.
Wow.
So he's sitting there. It says, when the people join me, and I heard it on the other camera that you just see the bottom half of me. So I put it up on the screen, and then right away, Justin says, join me, because he's in the Estes method. So the words were already there, like with the disembodied voice, which sounded like Justin. But when you look at the other camera angle, he's not moving his lips, and I'm not moving my lips. So I always check for that because I'm a mumbler.
Right.
Was I mumbling something? But why would I mumble that? So I go, okay, first of all, I wouldn't mumble that. Close up on my lips. Okay, I'm not moving my lips. He's not moving his lips. 2 angles. And then he says, join me. He says, when you people join me, blah, 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 something. I couldn't hear it. And then all of a sudden, Dustin says, in the Estes method, join me. I don't like you. Like that was like right after. Like, so sometimes they're talking to me. Sometimes they were talking amongst themselves, but they were fighting to talk to me. So it's so confusing. But I do have a female that was talked a lot. When we were having a conversation, she would interject, but we didn't hear her.
Right.
Until I listened on the EVP recorder, which I turn it on beginning of the investigation, and I leave it the entire time.
And listen to it like on a free time. You'll just listen to it.
No, I leave it running. I don't touch it. I've got 2.
Oh, okay. No,
So
I mean, like once you're done, you just put your headphones in, and that's how you find it. Just listening to it while you're watching your video that you
when I'm
recorded.
sitting doing the video, that's what I get to hear. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we're going upstairs, and you can hear me. I go, oh, a freaking disaster, because I left my flip flops at the door. And this day that here was so hot. It was like Africa hot. My sweat was sweating.
Oh, wow.
Horrible hot. So like you could really see it taking its toll on us, right? So we're like, I took my glasses off because I could see like this purple thing, and it was blocking my eyes. So you're blurry, but that's okay. I mean, you know what? I'm going to stop right there. Is there other questions you want to ask?
I was listening. It was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. Let's see. Where can I start? Where would be like the scariest thing that's happened to you? Like whether it be investigation or not investigation, what's something that like really shook you and stuck with you?
Well, it shakes me in the beginning. Okay, so just before I went, so August the 9th, so I would say this happened the 7th. All my family was gone. dogs, everybody for 2 weeks. So this is the last week. So this would be the Wednesday because I went down on the Friday.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did my investigation. The 9th, I believe, was a Friday. Oh, maybe it was a Saturday. Anyway, it was like I had to do a session here early in the morning the next day, but I went to sleep. And meanwhile, I've been sleeping in this house, my house, been there for over 12 years. I'm more scared of the living than I am the dead. I don't want anybody breaking into the house. I don't have my little piranhas with me. So anyway, I'm just upstairs going to sleep. And I'm drifting off, but I just feel funny. And I felt like all of a sudden I just woke up in bed, like all I hear is, "Hey, honey," like in my face, wake me up out of a dead sleep. And I just went, trying not to be scared, but my heart was kind of fast.
Right.
And I've had this kind of thing happen before. It's that sleep paralysis that happened after this. They woke me up. So I go, fall back asleep, starting to fall back asleep, but I feel like I'm aware, right? I in my head, I have this like image of this person right beside me laying down on the pillow, like looking at me. I never lay on my back, but I laid on my back because I just went, even talking about it, just give out of breath a little bit, right? And I just felt like, are they going to take a pillow and put it over top of my face? That's the only thing I could think of. But then I thought, oh, she's right beside me. Well, I don't know why I was thinking that, but that sleep paralysis where it's like, I can't wake up. I can't move. I can't do anything. All this is happening at the same time. That is the worst. That is the absolute worst. That's never happened in this house before. But just before I go back down for the second time, that happened. See, Dustin's never been touched. We did one Estes method the first time. This time we did 3. He's got psychomantium in his place. He's got a haunted doll in his place that's in glass. I don't pay attention to it. I don't acknowledge it. I don't talk to him about it. I just don't want anything to do with it.
Right.
My instincts, whatever. So I said, okay, we'll go into the psychomantium, which is, do you know what that is?
I do not.
Okay, I never knew. I never understood it. Apparently, it's got a haunted mirror in there too. If you go on Chris Collins and Selena's channel, Can't Sleep, yeah, they were in the Wade Manor, but Chris went inside the psychomantium. You can't change your mind in there. It's really tiny. So I made Dustin get on the ground. He was doing an Estes method. So he's on the ground, and up right above him is the haunted mirror. And then there's a mirror here, and the door opens. If you open it, you'll see that one mirror. And then on the other side, there's another mirror. So it's all mirrors. And you're supposed to, when you look inside, you're supposed to see, stuff in the mirror. So we took the body cam and we put it so that it could see Dustin on the floor. He's a skinny guy. And so he's on the floor. He's getting blindfolded. But the stuff that happened in there, the door was left open, and I was sitting in the dining room. So I had one cam on me, and the other cam was from the kitchen coming through. So we're joking around. We're always joking around, and usually inappropriate. 2 of us like that, right? With, I get calm myself sometimes, especially when I'm upstairs in the Masonic temple. I don't know, half the crap that comes out of my mouth. It's not me. And I don't know why. And I feel so giddy and stupid up there. And it's like, I don't know what's going on up there. And one of my cameras always loses audio.
Wow.
Yeah, up there. But anyway, in the psychomantium, I'm putting his things on, we're talking. He goes, I feel like it's high school all over again. Can we do this and that? And I go, well, at least you don't get called a whore and, a lazy CUSG.
Right.
And then you hear Teresa. I didn't hear it, but 2 devices picked it up. She said my name. And then you hear, ha, 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 really loud. Only on the one device, and it was the body cam that was inside the closet. I never shut the door. And then, it was just really weird stuff. And then Justin got touched right at the end. I pulled him out right after that. He's like, who touched me? And I'm like, wow. And then last weekend, the Friday night, he was in bed. And he felt someone sit on his bed. And then he didn't pay attention to it. He just went back to sleep. Then they grabbed his ankles and pulled him down in bed. And then he made a post. because he had to drive to Windsor.
Yeah.
And in the morning, the next day, and he's still like, yeah, not sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame
In
him.
the morning that it happened, and I went, that's weird because nothing ever happened. He got touched in the psychomantium when we did that, and I was debating whether or not to do anything in there because there's nothing. I don't know if anything bad is attached to any of the items in his place. I think they're just mostly crusty people, curmudgeons, because we do have a couple of guys in there. Like the first time I was there, there's one was just grunting, groaning, and then we have that girl. She's always like, you can hear her.
Yeah.
You hear us getting ready to go up the stairs, and I was like taking my time, flipping over flip flops, and she just went, yeah. And you hear her. I don't know what she said. Like the end of the video, we came back upstairs. You usually hear her downstairs in the dining room or in the kitchen. And the first time we were there, never had anybody in the kitchen, just sit, and we had cat balls going off like crazy. And you see me ram into the noodle cart with my hippie, and cat ball didn't go off. So I love cat balls. If you go and look at my YouTube and you watch the thing when I get it posted, should take me 2 more days to have it on there. There's a whole cat ball commentary. It's kind of funny. I had to leave it on there. It's because we're just nasty. I love the cat balls. They happen to be one of my favorite things. I've got a couple new little things that I use, but I like cat balls and I love the EVP recorder. It's just like your basic cameras. Like the body cam is IR light and it's night vision, of course, but it goes right into IR automatically when it has no light. And that sucker can go for like 8 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so I really, really liked it. And it's just been tried and true, and it picks up everything.
Yeah.
And then we have the orbs too. Anybody ever talked to you about orbs?
Yes. I had a lady on that was in Gettysburg, and she had a bunch of orbs. She sent me a bunch of pictures of the orbs out there, and that was pretty cool.
So, there's so much controversy. Is it dust? Is it bugs? Is it orbs? And I thought I had caught one when I was in St. Augustine. But then when I went to Savannah, I showed there's Mike and Micah. Mike actually is running the Farrar school that Sam and Kobe bought. So he's moved to Illinois or wherever the hell it is. I won't go. I have no interest. It's okay, especially that little boiler room or whatever it is. But I showed Mike, and he goes, "Are you going to be upset with me if I, debunk this thing you got?" And I said, "No." I said, "If it's not an orb, I want to know. Like, I don't want to be a fool." No. And he says, "Oh, because usually people get pissed off at me if I say what it is." But he showed me it was a light refraction or whatever from my phone. And when he goes, "See, when you move it." He goes, when you move your camera, it moves with your camera. And I went, oh. And you couldn't tell. It was very slight. But once you knew that, then it's like you can't unsee it, right? But the orbs in Dustin's house, some are dust. I didn't get a lot of them in the beginning, like the first time we went. But this second time, they're crazy. When I look at them, when they have their own path, when they actually look like, there's a couple of them when I was upstairs when I was getting Dustin ready for the Estes method. One came, circled around, one of them came and circled around me. One of them went through me. Dust doesn't go through you.
No, it doesn't.
So anything like that catches my eye, that I feel is not dust. Like you see the dust coming,
Right.
Whether it's, I don't know if it's because it was so hot outside. I was pretty sure that he turned off, because he did last time too, he turned off the air because we were sweating, so I didn't feel any cool.
Right.
But yeah, there's still like definitely something in that house. You can tell, like some of the orbs came around, and they were all different too. They came around Dustin's legs and kind of went around his legs and then took off. But they follow a path. When they follow along the cupboards, like, so you look at kitchen cupboards are this way and then they come this way.
Right.
They go along the cupboard and disappear. You got to think twice about that. How is, dust supposed to take that travel that path?
Right.
Dust actually goes like this, or down like this or toward the camera, right? Or bugs, the same thing. And bugs will move like that, but you can usually see a shape if you, zoom in on it. So, eyes still up in the air. Can I say that the ones I pointed out were paranormal? For certain, absolute 100%, I can't say that. Do I want them to be? Yes.
Right.
But, wanting in what they actually are, like you have to draw that line and say, okay, we don't know yet. When I was in the Moon Brewery, they showed us a clip that they had, and you see an orb come from this guy's pant leg, but just before it shot out, you saw the pant leg actually get tugged.
Wow.
So I had an orb go by the REM pod. It's a black one. It's from the UK, and it's pretty sensitive. So he said, like, don't always put that antenna up, keep it down. But when I passed by it, it went off, and I went, and then I went like this and see close, and I went like, why is it going off? I was not even that close, and you see an orb go right by it before that. So then I walked the same path. I got up and went right by it. It didn't go off.
Huh.
So and then even Dustin came, he had to get close. He had to get like, this is the antenna. He had to get at least this close. I was this far away from it. And so I have to say that, brand new batteries and everything, at the end of the day, that wasn't me. There's no way. And then Cat Ball, you're testing the vibrations, like you're hitting, trying to debunk things, because you want what you put out there, you want people to understand that is what you experience. And seeing it and experiencing it, two total different things.
Right.
Right.
And I think that's what makes a lot of the videos that you see on like TV and YouTube completely different, I think, because like YouTube, I feel like is more real. People are actually putting everything into this to make it like, hey, I didn't fake this. Where TV, it's proven that a lot of those ghost shows on TV have faked their encounters. I think.
Yeah. Or jack them up to be something that they're just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I don't want to judge anybody. Everybody's doing their thing. I'm not making any money off of anything that I do. I'm always the one putting out money. I don't want to make money. I don't want to make money off the dead.
Right.
Honestly, I don't want to make money off the dead. So I just think that my life will lead me to where I can go to places and the money will just show up, or opportunities I'll have to work towards it or something like that. Like being a professional photographer, I built this entire thing in my late, I'm 56 now. So yeah, my late 40s, I started. Right. So
pretty cool.
This is all me. I just did it by myself, and I couldn't find anybody who you can depend on to go to these things. Still to this day, still couldn't find. And other people got other lives, but that it might just be a thing for them. Like, oh yeah, I like to go, but it's not a thing for me. It's actually something that I deep down want to do. So trying to find those other people who have that deep down desire to do that too, it'll come or it won't. Or I'm just going to be a guest or show up and whoever's there is going to help,
Right.
Busted. I think I wear out the guy. He's younger than me, but he's still a trooper. He still did 3 Estes methods, and that's pretty draining, right? And it was hotter, so hot. We were both done, but we still tried to spirit box at the very end of the second one. You can see us both going.
Yeah, it just drained you out. Yeah.
It's like we just want to hear it, but it's just like we're so tired. Fairfield County one that I'm going to on Friday. It starts at 8 p.m. and ends at 4 a.m.
Oh, wow, that's gonna be a long one.
Yeah, and then we're driving, so we get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and my husband drives me, and he does not do this at all. No way.
Yeah, he's just a trooper. He's just a trooper. Sticks in there.
I'll tell you, if I said to him, like, look, I need you to hold a camera. I have somebody else like at the last minute, and he was my driver. He drove me there or whatever. He would. He's asked questions once in a while, but he was all excited. He goes, let me know when the world premiere comes out for your podcast. He goes, is it live? I go, no, honey, it's not live. It's like, he's so supportive. You know what I'm saying? Is worth everything. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he's going to drive me around. We're going to retire and chase ghosts, but he's just going to drive me he's just going to be, start the car.
Yeah. That's definitely a good thing to have, that support system.
Oh yeah, because like I can sleep, because if I got to be up to 4:00 in the morning, he could never do that. Like we got a grandchild, and that's another thing too. Is like I see her, and I think she's had experiences, and because my daughter-in-law came to me. She says she keeps waking up saying there's something in her room, and I said, don't worry about it. I'll go in and I'll smudge.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a dream catcher when she stays the night over here, because when she came to our house, she never had that.
Right.
So I said, well, you never know what's going on. They live with my ex.
Mm-hmm.
Like my husband I've had for a lot of years now. But, my first two were with him. I have 3 kids. And yeah, but I mean, they still consider my husband now like their dad. It's a long story. But anyway, my son and my granddaughter, like, it's really hard after COVID. It was really hard for anybody to get a house.
Right.
He works for the trains. It's a good job, but if you don't have 2 people pulling full-time income,
yeah, it's very
trying to save up for a house, it's incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a kid and you got to put them in everything, right? Keep them
Right.
control.
Right.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, yeah, they live there, but his parents are passed, my ex-in-laws, and I have a feeling that they do come to see their great grandchild, right? Right? Because that's the nature of life. And
Right.
so I try to tell her, don't be scared, unless you feel like you should be scared, or they say something bad to you. I said, you tell grandma right away.
Right.
So I'm trying to raise her that way. Whereas my youngest one, she gets scared. And I think it's because of the YouTube, the part of it. But I think being coming with me on one soon, she'll be better off. I think it'll curb her fear. She wants to know. She's totally into it. But yeah, so like I mean, it's and I think my husband, I'll turn him. He'll come around. Yeah, my kids kind of laugh sometimes, like they roll their eyes and they're like. And I said, I can hear you laughing behind my head. I said, don't make fun of me. I said, I'll haunt you.
Well, I've kept you for long enough tonight, I feel like. I've held you up. So if you would, thank you for sharing your stories, and tell the people where they can find you, subscribe, and get a hold of you, and do all the good stuff, and watch your videos, which I'm going to go watch a couple myself. So if you would, tell the people where they can find you at.
Oh, geez. And you know what? I don't. So it's like, hang on, I'll grab my phone.
Okay.
So on YouTube, or no, I should say, Instagram, it's PSI Paranormal Spirit Investigations. Okay. And I'm just going to pull up my YouTube here because I am unsure of the call thing. And once I do that, I'm old. Bear with me.
It's no problem. I'll tag them in the video too.
It's at PSI Paranormal Investigations, and it's got you'll have my logo, and I'll send you.
Yes, and I'll put them in the description of the video.
Yeah, and I'll send you some of the clips too if you want. You can put them in there. Yeah, we'll do that stuff once I figure out how to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
I just like scared. I have to get this video completed, and then I'll go back and chop it up.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. No rush.
I'm still scared I'm going to lose half of it, or whatever. It's like you work for weeks, literally, and people. That's the other thing is people don't understand how much work it is. Like sitting down and going over 3 cameras,
right?
And an EVP recorder of 6 hours worth of evidence, and the cameras were never shut off.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes you find it when you're not actually saying anything, like you're not sitting down okay, now we're going to investigate. It's like, we're talking about like balls or something, and all of a sudden you hear something. But yeah, I'm on Facebook too.
Okay.
Yeah, just PSI paranormal spirit investigations. Got the logo with the hands and the PSI, and it's
Okay.
all right. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
definitely plug all that in. Well, I thank you for coming on tonight. I really do
well, thank you
appreciate
for getting
taking
a hold of me and
Yes,
on. This was fun. I did most of the talking though.
I enjoy that. Perfect. I really do appreciate you coming on. I really do. It means a lot taking time out of your day to come on. And well, like I said, thank you once again. And if anybody wants to be on the show, you can shoot me an email, polarbearhoth@gmail.com, or you could DM me on TikTok and Instagram, polarbearhoth, or check out the Facebook page, Highway of the Hidden. Once again, thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
That toilet is also out of the Dawn jail.
Dawn jail, where's that?
The Dawn jail was like the worst jail in Canadian history. Actually, knew correctional officers who worked at the Dawn jail. That was located. What the fuck was that? Was that you?
You hear the?
Was that you?
Yeah, I just said that, but before that, I could hear it.
I got all the. Look at my arm.
I know.
All the hairs just stood up right on my arm.
My body. Destined's a part of your body? What's a part of your body? Okay. My name is Teresa.
And as the road disappears into the mist, the hidden waits for those brave enough to follow. Until next time, keep your eyes on the shadows and remember, every highway has its secrets. This has been Highway of the Hidden.